Are you running on empty? Stick around and I'm going to share 3 simple rules to help you avoid burnout. Rule number 1 is plan your work. Rule number 2 is work your plan. And rule number 3 is being present. So let's jump in and explore that. Rule number 1 is plan your work. Craig Alexander, a 3-time Ironman world champion, once said, "A workout without purpose has no purpose." Now, you can take that quote and apply that to any aspect of your life, whether it's your work, whether it's your personal relationships, whether it's your finances, whether it's any kind of fitness goal you're trying to achieve. The idea is you have to have the end goal in mind, and then you have to map that back to today, and then you need to create a plan, a strategy that's going to help you to get from point A to point B safely and efficiently without you getting burnt out. Now, how do you do that? And that takes me to rule number 2, which is work your plan. Now, it's really easy, and I'm actually going to speak from some experience here today. It's Monday, and yesterday on Sunday, it was a beautiful sunny day. The sky was a vibrant blue, and I had about 4 hours of work that I wanted to do on my YouTube channel. And I made the classic mistake of not only just prepping and doing batch recordings for 1 week. I thought, man, I'm on a roll. I'm going to do 2 weeks. And by the time I got to the end of batch recording the second session, I was a little burnt out, and I was kind of pissed off at myself because I had missed the entire afternoon, that blue, bright, sunny sky that I was looking at out the window. The day had just slipped away, and it reminded me so much of my Ironman training when I had to be very disciplined and say, on a day like a Saturday, when it's beautiful and warm out, I'm doing a great bright bike ride, and maybe that day's training called for only 2 hours of exercise. If I was feeling really good, there's this temptation to want to go for 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, because it feels fantastic. The air is warm. Just go out and give it. But the problem with that is when you get outside of your plan, you limit the amount of energy that you have for your next training day. What's actually happening is you're not allowing your mind and your body to recover. So to avoid burnout, have a plan. It's okay to say, I'm going to work for an hour, but then when that hour is done, walk away. Give your brain and your body the opportunity that it needs to recover so that you can come back fresh tomorrow and you can stick with your plan. Rule number 3 is be present, because one of the hard lessons that I've had to learn in life is that people come and go. And if you're not present in the conversations with the people around you, they're going to pick up on that. They may not say anything about it, but they're going to pick up on that, and they're going to leave, and they're not going to come back. So one of the things that I had to learn, especially as my kids got older, into their 20s and now into their 30s, I had to realize that they have a choice to not come back. So if they're going to come over and I'm not going to give them my time of day, they're not going to come back and see me. So what I want to do is every time they come over, I make the very strong point of putting my work aside and giving them 100% of my focus. Now, when you think about working your plan, you might say to yourself, well, I'm going to schedule an hour to do some YouTube work, or I'm going to schedule an hour to do some training, or I'm going to schedule an hour to do some business work. And when that hour is done and you know somebody's coming over, stop what you're doing and be present for that person. If you don't, if you're always thinking about, if your brain is always turned on for business, if it's always looking for that next YouTube channel angle, if it's always thinking about your next workout, if it's always thinking about, what you need to eat so that you can be at peak performance, if it's always turned on, you never give your body and your brain the opportunity that it needs, the strategy that it needs to rest and recover. So to recap, in order to avoid burnout, there are 3 things you need to do. 1, you need to have a plan. 2, you need to work that plan. And 3, you need to be present in your life so that you don't have that brain that's constantly turned on 24/7 that will eventually have you burning out. So if you enjoyed these tips, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. And in our next video, we're going to be recapping what happened in week 5 of our YouTube journey, and you can find that video right here. Have a great day.